So, have any of you guys ever thought of going to Africa or visiting Africa soon? No, well, let me go with you.
I don't know. I'm in high school, so I don't know about soon. But one day, like, yeah, I would like to visit Africa.
Great. What about you?
I'd say not soon, but for sure because I feel like I just want to learn more about like African culture and myself. So I think that would be like a good place for me to go just to learn a little bit more about the culture because I feel like hearing about Africa, living like in Georgia and like out the like I feel like there's always negative things being talked about Africa, but I want to go there for myself to see how like it really is cuz I know like there's not just they're not poor or anything. Like I know there's a luxury side of Africa and I want to yeah.
Wow, I like that. I like the fact that you said there's been negative things being said about Africa, and then you want to go experience it. That's the purpose for this video. That's the purpose for why we're doing what we do, to educate people about what Africa is. Africa is never poor. Africa has never been poor. It's the media has made it look like it is poor. You know, I can give you reasons why, but I don't want to go into that now. Now, let me ask you, what are some of the things that you guys have heard about Africa that you've been wondering or you've been wanting clarification for?
Um, I don't necessarily. I can't necessarily say clarification, but like the media, or especially America, shows Africa as being less intelligent, having less resources, when really I don't know how many resources they have now, but in history, people have taken resources from them because they're so resourceful. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
I like that.
Like can you re-say the question?
The question is, what are some of the things you heard about Africa that keeps you wondering or you trying to find answers or clarifications for?
I want to find clarification about like the poor side because like I said a lot of people just say Africa's like poor and stuff and that they don't have any water or have any resources and I just want I know it's not true. I'm sure there's sides of Africa that's like that, but that's goes for like any like country continent, but I would like more clarification on that.
Okay, so good. Thank you for that question. I think for me to answer that, I mean, there's a political part that I would not want to dive deeper into, but to give you the surface part of it. Now, are you aware that Africa is the second largest continent on Earth? Bigger than, larger than North America, China, and Europe combined, right? Why do you think Africa will be perceived as the poorest? Because it's been made to look like that, you know. So people like you, who are descendant of slavery or colonization, will not want to know your root or to want to think that going back. Do you understand? Now, the Western world have been taking the resources from Africa for hundreds of years, and they still do to today. So you think an Africa that is poor can provide the world with so much resources? Africa is never poor. It has never been poor. It's the media that made it look like that.
Yeah. I also feel like Africa is portrayed to be poor just because like slavery and stuff. And I feel like when that all of that happened, like us like the Europeans coming to Africa taking us just like makes it seem like we're not like strong and like makes it seem like we're poor. So I feel like that's another reason why people perceive Africa like that, really just from like back in the days when we were taken.
Yeah. Really, you're right. You know, Africa is never poor. It has never been poor. They just made it look like that because they take our resources and then they leave us hanging, and then they, of course, send the media to make it look like Africa is poor. So I like the fact that you said that you'd want to visit someday to find out things for yourself. I would say that please do get the fact for yourself, and then when you do, especially let me say when you visit Ghana, if that's where you're gonna, if you ever find yourself there, try to go to the slave castle where the slaves were kept till they were brought here or to the other part of the world. Get to know the history, then you learn to appreciate your root more. I think you'll go with her. You should.
yeah, I definitely think it'd be great, like not just to go to Africa to see another country, but experience your roots and learn a different culture. And or I mean, I can't say it's a different culture, but I mean, a culture different than the one you're used to per se.
That's true.
So.
That's true. Hey, it was really nice talking to you guys.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna take much of your time.